Dennis Williford, and I filmed skateboarding and other things. I remember like my first camera that I ever got, I remember being like asking for one for Christmas and being like, don't get me a JVC, a Sony something, I don't care, don't get me a JVC, and they had already bought it before I ever really, got to say that. Then a few years later, one of our friends, was fortunate enough to get a VX, so we played with that a lot, a VX 1000. But then, I don't know, basically went years and years just borrowing like a VX 1000 from one friend and a VX 2100 from another friend for years. Well, I still have that 2100 with a VX 2100 with the Mark I. I went on a trip during the summer of '09 where I pretty much just traveled around and met people and stayed with whoever I could, and made a skate video out of it. I had the plan to do a video where I just travel pretty much, like a year before I ever actually made it happen. My plan was a little different than what actually happened because I was, just gonna, get a vehicle and go do my thing, but instead I ended up just like doing what I always do and like bumming rides or taking a bus somewhere. So, but I mean, I didn't necessarily expect a Memphis section or to meet anyone there, but I didn't really expect half of these cities, but I just knew I wanted to do like a New York one and like DC. That's basically it. Like a tour video with just me and the people I met. And it's kind of chronological too, this video. And the whole thing, Trife Life, was shot in the 3 months of summer '09, so we got a lot done. It was a really good time. It was like the first time I ever really came to skate New York and kind of decided that I'd probably want to live there. For years, I always had the idea to kind of like do a comic book-esque theme, kind of like Creepshow, the movie. And I never just fell into place. But then when we all got together, I was like, we should do this. And plus, there was a local magazine out called Born Ugly magazine that was kind of, comic book artists and skateboarders and all this other stuff. So I, contacted them, asked them if they wanted to do some artwork for us, like comic book style, and I think it really came together well. So it was me and Will Rosenstock filming, and then we split the edits down the center pretty much with whoever we filmed with the most, And me and Will were really, really different in pretty much every way in working for this. Like, it was definitely interesting working together, and but I think it came out just right. I don't think I would change a thing about it. It was really a lot of good times and a lot of good footage and really awesome time. It wouldn't have happened without Will and everybody else, working together. So it's really cool. So he edited half of it and I edited the other half, and I got Jim Callahan from Born Ugly magazine to do the artwork and send me over like Photoshop layers, and then I put them into motion with After Effects pretty much. The deaths are really reflective of the person. It's really funny, like Andrew Cawthon's kind of like a space alien. He gets zapped by aliens, dressed like Peter Pan, because he's like boy wonder. Clement gets eaten by a giant Venus flytrap because he's like this hippie botanist. It's like Gilbert and Tyler. Tyler's like this, hippie, dumpster diving, awesome dude. He's in here trying to offer Gilbert some pizza. Gilbert's like, not gonna eat dumpster food, and they get stabbed and picked up and crushed through the dump truck. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty funny. It didn't take too much thinking to think about how somebody would die. Well, for one, we had a premiere in Richmond at the Bird Theater, which was like an old time theater. Like over 700 people came out to this, little Virginia town. It was awesome. And then I entered it in the International Skateboard Film Festival, and it was, ended up in the top 3. So it was pretty awesome to even make it in, much less, get into the top 3. For this video, we made a lot of spots happen, like took the knobs off this one rail and cut the kinks off these other rails, and just like put angle iron on some of the spots and bondoed some cracks. Just like, I think it was the first time we really like got that assertive with making some spots happen. Yeah, I moved up to New York shortly after Toxic Turds came out because we had a few premieres up here that Homage helped us set up, and I had always wanted to move up here for a while, and they told me that their filmer had just recently moved on to something else and asked me if I needed a job or wanted one. So I moved up here the first chance I got. Really, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be in New York at all, so I owe them a lot. Yeah, 60D, we went on Judge Joe Brown, me and a couple friends, and I don't know, won my case. So we got the idea to go on Judge Joe Brown because we had an apartment, and basically whenever I would go out of town and my friends would I'd come home to like a new hole in the wall or a broken window or rails gone from the banister or you name it. So we went on Judge Joe Brown. They flew us out to LA and put us up, and then went on the show. I won my case and bought a new camera with the winnings pretty much. I just do a lot of whatever I can do to make a little bit of money. Like me and you went on that game show audience and got $55 a piece just to sit in the audience. So I'm trying to get on as many of those easy focus group gigs or whatever I can get on. As far as making money, I'm always just trying to find some stupid way. I made these T-shirts that say keeping it real on them with an upside down cross, and people actually really bought into it. That was whatever chump change. I don't need a lot of money to get by. And then our friend Clem made these Slander 2 shirts for the second video. It's like our friend. He was pretty notorious for being 16 with a full beard, and then a VX, and it's a Louis Vuitton Slander 2 VX knockoff. It's pretty sweet. A lot of people still see people rocking them. Basically, I don't know, life's looking really good right now. I don't have any complaints. Living pretty easy, pretty high life, low life, living the high life. Scumdog Millionaire.